Well, I think we must first appreciate the legitimate passion all people have about their religion. So we should respect them, embrace them, and not insult them. I thought the king was most profound yesterday. He said that we have one creator, one God, and we have many roles. And Islam is a religion of inclusion. He said a religion of moderation, not extremism, not terrorism. He said some people in the name of religion engage in acts of terror, killing innocent people, and that is not right. But he was right, I thought, and sound to define Islam as the head of the major mosque, and that we should focus on what we have in common, not what we have in conflict. What our common needs are, to wipe out poverty and be supportive of each other. I think to that extent, the king put himself squarely on the side of religion being a source for healing and hope, not a source of division and violence. Well, it's a secular state. It's not a religious state, but it is often said America is a Christian nation. That is not true. It's a nation of many religions. There are Christians and Jews and Hindus and Sikhs and Protestants and Catholics. In the public sector, we live together and we coexist rather than co-annihilate. But it's a nation of many religions. And the ecumenical spirit, people learn to live together and function together, must prevail, because what drives us are secular laws, not religious laws. So we all have an obligation to pay taxes, an obligation to a right to vote, a right to vote for one running for office, a right to run for office. And so I think that the distinction between a religious state and a secular state is made clear in America, because in America there is great tolerance for many religions. There may be some bias to it, one over against another, but there's great tolerance in the public sector for many religions. In a given public school, you may have 50 different religions in one school. It's amazing to go to many American schools, and they're sitting next to each other, Jews and Muslims and Christians and Buddhists and Sikhs, and that is America at its best. The good thing is that people move from assumptions about each other to knowledge of each other. So I see people, even from America, who are here, who don't talk to each other in America, are talking with each other here. Because where there are walls, behind walls there's ignorance and fear and hatred and violence. When the walls come down, there's less ignorance, less likely to be hatred, no reason to be afraid, and no reason to be violent. And so pulling down the walls of ignorance is a great deal. Building bridges, replacing walls. If you put two seeds in the ground of equal strength, and you put a wall between them, and you water both of them, one will grow tall, one will not grow so tall. It's not the taller one is better, the smaller one is inferior. It's that photosynthesis. When the wall comes down, they can both get sunlight, and they can both grow. And there's room enough in the earth for both seeds. There's room enough in the earth for all of our religions if we work on what we have in common, a giant mosaic of concerned people. Use your religion to fight hunger, not each other, to fight AIDS, not each other, to end wars, not to start and to perpetuate wars. And that's what we seek to do here, is to find some shared common ground for the religious families of the world. I think the king has done the world a great favor in this conference. The country has turned sour on the war in Iraq. We were told that Saddam Hussein was a threat to us. We found it was not. We were hit by Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan. We hit Saddam Hussein in Iraq as if it was a premeditated, preemptive strike. Now we've lost lives and money and honor. We chose the word of corrupted Iraqi exiles over UN inspectors. It was a bad choice, seemingly a premeditated choice. Now America wants us to get out of Iraq in a military sense. We have a lot of cleaning up to do. I'm convinced it's going to take some kind of multilateral, regional coalition to come out gracefully with a transition from war to peace. But so long as U.S. soldiers are there, they're simply targets to maintain the war, and we now need to go another way. Invasion and occupation have no moral foundation.